Well, I guessing it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
one.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What-
but
what
not
are you-
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You
right.
don't know what you're doing.
I
That's
know
a
perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back. It's another week that is under the belt, and another week coming towards us. But right now, we've got to take a moment and tip our hats to those who have served to protect us in many different ways and paid the ultimate price. And I don't just mean they sat through babushka singing and cooking. I meant they didn't make it at all. And it had nothing to do with babushka this time, except for defending her freedom. We have two different comedians we're going to listen to right now. One of them be Red Skelton, all-time famous and truly a comedian from top to bottom. And then we have Jonathan Winters. But we have them in a slightly serious note when they're taking a moment and re-educating us, I should be saying, on what we should be a-thinking about this here country. Let's start out with Red Skelton's Pledge of Allegiance.
I remember a teacher that I had. Now, I went through the 7th grade. I went to the 7th grade. And I left home when I was 10 years old because I was hungry. And I used to, this is true. I work in the summer and I go to school in the winter. But I had this one teacher. He was the principal of the Harrison School in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, this was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we were all reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day. And he walked over, this little old teacher, Mr. Laswell was his name. Mr. Laswell, and he says, I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity, allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. United. That means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states. 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose. All divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose, and that's love for country. And to the republic, a state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance: under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?
For these shores our hearts have yearned. At last, today we have returned. Our ship is firmly moored. You hear no sound of joyous shouts, no roaring cheers from lusty throats. Deep silence reigns aboard. With hearts of hopes and youth aglow, we left these shores to meet the foe. And with our all, we paid. To you that flaming torch we yield, to hold aloft from tempest shields. Let not that beacon fade. To keep it lit, that gleaming brand, for that we fell on foreign strands. We missed the big parade. Our trip is done, our task fulfilled, our victory won, our voices stilled. We are the Ghost Brigade.
And that there be Jonathan Winters. A man of many voices, a man of many talents, and a comedian true and true with a Ghost Brigade. Aye, he was talking very serious there about the men and women who didn't make it home. That's what Memorial Day is truly all about. That be tomorrow. And if we don't be remembering, then we'll be forgetting. And then we forget what gives us the ability, the right, the amazing... It's a passion in my heart that you have the right to dissent in this country. Not all places can. They'll string you high for dissent. And we should never let that be. And we should remember that comedians are the front line of our freedoms. And that's why we are here at the captain's quarters. A pirate against all things. But a standard of freedom is comedy. And when George Carlin makes him upset, remember, he's doing it from his heart. And it may not always be what you'd appreciate, but he's always trying to make the world better in one crazy way or another. And all other comedians do too, and that's what they're for. They're here for our freedoms. They express what we be thinking, and they express what we should be saying. We've been far too serious. Now let's get right into a comedian of all comedians, or shall we say, a parody of all comedians, or he's just plain funny. It's Weird Al Yankovic now with You Make Me on the captain's quarters. If I hadn't said it before, I'll say it now. Welcome back, me matey. Welcome back.
Slam my head against the wall. You make me do the limbo. You make me wanna buy a Slurpee at the mall. You make me watch the Gong Show. There's really something kind of strange about you, baby, but I can't exactly seem to put my finger on it. You make me, you make me, you make me. That's what you do to me. You make me wanna hide a weasel in my shorts. You make me wanna phone home. You make me wanna write a dozen book reports, then pack myself in styrofoam. Sometimes you make me wanna build a model of the Eiffel Tower out of Belgian waffles. You make me, you make me, you make me. That's what you do to me. dark and use a recommended bleach. When I'm with you, I don't know whether I should study neurosurgery or go to see the Care Bears movie. You make me, you make me, you make me. That's what you do to me. You make that's what you do. You make that's what you do. You make that's me. What you do to me. That's what you do to me. That's what you do to me. That's what you do to me. Staple bagels to my face, then remove them with a pitchfork. You know there's something quite unusual about you, but I can't exactly seem to put my finger on it. You make me, you make me, you make me. That's what you do to me. You make that's what you do. You make that's what you do. You make that's what you do to me. You make that's what you do. You make that's what you do. You make that's what you do to me. You make that's what you do. You make that's what you do. You make me. That's what you do to me.
Watchers. Have we all been good this week?
Well, you know.
Yeah, we have someone graduating tonight. I'm sure he will be an inspiration to us all. Tell us how much you lost, Clint.
80 pounds.
Oh!
Thank you.
80 pounds. That's wonderful. And you're keeping it off with the diet?
Well, mainly with the substitutions.
The substitutions?
Yeah, you know, 1 milk portion equals 1 scotch. 1 bread portion equals 1 scotch.
But Clint, what about your balance, your fruits and your vegetables?
Bloody Mary and a stick of celery.
Well, the point is you've done it, Clint.
Yeah.
And could you tell us your secret?
My secret? You people here were my secret. Anytime I felt like giving up, I thought of you people here.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
You gave me the impetus because, quite frankly, you people are fat. You people are disgustingly fat. You roly-poly porkers really make me puke.
Now, Clint, you can't say that.
Oh, yeah, keep on talking so I can see where your mouth is.
You used to be fat, too.
Yeah, so I couldn't say anything, but now I'm thin, I can tell you gluttons off. There's so much sweat in this room, I have salt stains on my hush puppies.
We are trying to change, Clint.
Oh, please don't say the word change. The thought of you hippos sliding in and out of your polyester tarpaulins is enough to make my oatmeal hit the wall.
The important thing is that people care enough to come to these meetings.
The only reason people come to these meetings is this place has double doors.
I don't think that's funny.
Well, I don't care what you think, little Lotta. Anyone with no discernible neck is not allowed to have an opinion.
You're no better than us.
No, but I'm thinner. The hairs on your head are an inch apart. To find your knees, you have to check for the indent. And look at your feet. Okay, trick question. But take it from me, your ankles are drooping over the sides of your shoes. And you, the Mama Cass impersonator.
I'm very proud of the weight I've lost. I'm now down to a size 13.
A size 13 what? Battleship? And stop pointing those bow guns at me.
That's not much of an attitude, Clint.
Yeah, but that's how I did it. Anytime I felt like chowing down, I thought of you butterballs, how your backs spill over your chairs. It was inspirational, and I really, really want to thank you all.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Don't talk
Clint.
to me. I don't talk to fat people anymore. I mean, my God, some of you have dimples on your noses. No, I'm through with this. Now I'm joining AA.
Sounds like you're aiming to be perfect.
Well, if I ever do become perfect, I'm ever going to tell God what I think of him.
whether be the Frantics. With you people are fat. I guess substitutions really can make a difference. Oh, let's be seeing. Ah, yes, a substitution ye can be making in your life. Instead of always going to silly stuff, go to something much more serious, like the Captain's Quarters, 106.5, the page or the group, right there on the Book of Face. It's a very serious subject. We have all kinds of important jokes that you must be knowing, things that will help you in your day-to-day lives. All you have to do is put in the Captain's Quarters, 106.5. Right here in the Book of Face, and it'll let you also communicate with us so you can make requests through the messengers or through the mail of Hees. That's all right there. Don't be also forgetting that you can be making in the requests before the final 40 be upon us. That'd be 323-HEAVE-HO. That's 1-323-432-8346. Let's say it all together now. 1-323-432-8346. Make all our requests in. For, as we all know, the witching hour comes far too soon every week, and if we are not prepared, then we shall be swept away in the maelstrom that is Babushka.
Here's Bob Graham of Indianapolis, all set to prove the hand is quicker than the eye. Watch closely now. You may want to mystify your friend. After the string is threaded through the straw, he bends the straw and straightens the string. Next, he clips off the peak of the straw and throws it away. Now, he puts the straws together and pulls the string through. Presto! It's still in one piece. Believe it or not. Say, that's slick. Come on, tell us how you did it, Bob. Well, then at least tell us where we can learn tricks like that. Thanks. Come on, folks, let's look. Well, it's the famous Bike Party and Magic Stunts book. You can get one for 2 whiz wrappers and 6 cents in coin or stamps. The whiz bar is made in the famous Bike Kitchens. It's cellophane wrapped for freshness, supplies quick energy. The world's biggest candy value, only a nickel. Sold everywhere, and boy, it's good. Remember, get your Party and Magic Stunts book by sending 2 whiz wrappers and 6 cents in coin or stamps to Paul F. Bike Company, Department 1, Chicago. Full instructions on every whiz wrapper.
Let's be a-stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a-cooking up.
But I's brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is
Aye,
nice.
that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a-coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Let's get right back to the music. It's Joel Dosey now with something nice and reverent. We must remember to be nice to our neighbors. So, the next time he says something unpleasant to you, don't come back with a nasty retort. Just tell him what Joel Dosey would. And something nice and reverent, like, oh, yes, shut up your face!
Hello, I'm Giuseppe. I got something special for you. Ready? Uno, due, tre, quattro. When I was a boy, just about the 8th grade, Mama used to say, don't stay out late with the bad boys. Always shoot the pool, Giuseppe going to flunk a school. Boy, it make me sick, all the thing I gotta do. I can't get no kicks, I always got to follow rules. Boy, it make me sick, just to make the lousy bucks. Got to feel like a fool. And the mama used to say all the time, what's the matter you? Hey, gotta no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nice place. Ah, shut up your face. That's my mom, I can remember. Big accordion solo. gonna come a day, gonna be a bigger star. Then they make a TV shows and the movies, get myself a new car. But still I be myself, I don't want it to change a thing. Still a dance and a sing. I think about the mama, she used to say, what's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up your face. Mama, she said it all of the time. What's the matter you? Hey, got no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up your face. That's my mom. Hello everybody. That's out there on the radio and the TV land. Did you know I had the big hit the song in Italy with this? Shut up your face. I sing this song, all of my fans applaud, they clap their hands. But they're making me feel so good. You ought to learn that this song, it's real simple. See, I sing, what's the matter you? You sing, hey. Then I sing the rest. And then at the end, we can all sing, ah, shut up your face. Okay, let's try it, really. Uno, due, tre, what's the matter you? Hey, got no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nicer place. Ah, shut up your face. That's great. We can do the better this time. I bet. Hey, what's the matter you? Hey, got no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nicer place. Ah, shut up your face. Okay, one time for mama, everybody. What's the matter you? Hey, got no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nicer place. Ah, shut up with your face.
Everything that made of wood was once a tree. It was made to be understood by a fool like me. Now you sitting on a chair, and you sitting nice and cozy there, but you're really not sitting on a chair, you're sitting on a tree. Somebody yell timber! And the tree came tumbling down, whether it's the door or the chair or the floor, the roots are still in the ground. Everything that's made of wood was once a tree, and every stick of furniture in your house that you may see. Now you got that gorgeous TV set sitting in that lovely cabinet, but it ain't sitting in the cabinet, it's sitting in the tree. Somebody yell timber, and the tree came tumbling down, whether it's the door or a chair or the floor, the roots are still in the ground. Everything that's made of wood was once a tree. And don't you get the wrong idea, ain't nothing free. You got collectors by the score, they keep a knocking on your door, but they really not knocking on your door, they're knocking on the tree. Somebody yell timber, and the tree came tumbling down, whether it's the door or the chair or the floor, the roots are still in the ground. Anything that's made of wood was once a tree, and it was made to be understood by a fool like me. when you dead, they weep. And when you buried 6 feet deep, you're really not buried in the coffin, you're buried in the tree. Somebody yell timber. Yes, and the tree came tumbling down. Whether it's the door or the chair or the floor, the roots are still in the ground. And don't start bringing me down, 'cause everything that's made of wood was once a tree. Yeah.
There be Cousin Joe with everything made of wood was once a tree. Nice profound thinking. So I'm not here on a ship. I'm floating on the ocean in a tree. But it probably makes a whole lot more sense when you deal with some of the monkeys we've got jumping around here. Aye, boy, they're not much smarter than a pack of rats. But I guess if we actually got humans to work for us instead of actual monkeys and rats, we'd be doing much better. With that thought, let's go to Henry Cho with Arab Alabama, or Alabama, as some may be calling it.
My wife's a good Southern girl. My wife is from Arab, Alabama. Y'all ain't from Arab. Who's minding the store? Let me tell you about Arab. It's spelled A-R-A-B. They don't pronounce it Arab. They pronounce it Arab, because the original name was Arad, but they misspelled it on the water tower. I can't make that up. It's like those guys going, I gotta climb back up there. All right, we'll change the name of the town. And they did. Arab, Alabama, little bitty town, all white people. All the time. Except the day we got married. So just for fun, I took my whole family to Walmart. And we just started walking around. People started looking at us. They go, what are you staring at? We just bought this place. I learned this from my wife and my mother-in-law. You can say anything about anybody as long as you say, bless their heart. My wife does it all the time. Look at that ugly baby. Bless its heart. Look how fat that man is, bless his heart. It's like a slate cleaner. And my wife can't whisper. You know who you are. We're in the mall the other day. This lady walked by us and her outfit was, questionable. My wife went, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, honey, she heard that. Oh, bless her heart. I'll never forget the first time my mother-in-law met my dad. Me and my dad went down to Arab. We got the car at the house. My future mother-in-law walks out, says, hey to me. I swear, y'all, she looks at my dad and goes, hello, Mr. Cho, how are you? My dad's like, what is she doing? I said, well, she thinks he's speaking Korean. Bless her heart. It's a true story, man. She still yells at the man. My brother-in-law's from Arab. He still lives there. This will sum him up really fast. Arab, they finally got an Italian restaurant. Italian. He's like, hey, man, we got a new Italian restaurant. I said, really, is it any good? He goes, well, it ain't no Olive Garden. What do you even say to that? Well, hey, you really raised the bar there, didn't you, Forrest? Then their cousin got in a fight. We had to go get him out of jail. He came walking out going, hey, man, tried to call you on the cell phone. I said, you don't have a cell phone. He goes, I mean the phone by the sale. I can't write that. I married that. And they are a gold mine. Oh, I love the holidays, you know. I don't even eat. I just sit there with a pen going, what'd you say? Oh, that's the thing about getting married, man. You don't just marry her, you got all of them. It's tough, man. And it's different. It's great, though. I love being married, you know? It is. It's great, but it's work. There's a woman at my church, been married 55 years. 55 years. She told me, Henry, not once in 55 years did I think of divorce. Not once. Thought about murder. Because you do. Oh, I know my wife at least twice a week looks at me when I'm asleep going, I'd kill you right now. I know she won't do it because she'll get caught. She watches a lot of CSI, though, so. I better keep my eye on her.
I was walking down the street on a sunny day. Hubba, 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 hubba. A feeling in my bones says I have my way. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Yeah, my little dog Spot got hit by a car. Hubba, 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 hubba. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. I forgot all about it for a month and a half. Hubba, 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 hubba. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Hubba, 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 hubba. 'Cause I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
There be the Beat Farmers with Happy Boy. Before that, Henry Cho. A different perspective on the world. We're going to be cutting a commercial right now. And as I've said in the past, first one usually is a vintage commercial. And then we go to our serious sponsors so that you know who's to be patronized so that we can afford more cannonballs, black powder, lawyers, that kind of things. Electricity, food, the minor details of life.
Hey, 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 that supply of Ritz seems on the fritz.
No, stop, darling. Don't blow your top. I always keep another box handy.
Dandy! He knows Ritz crackers are richer, crisper, and his mouth is full, or he'd help us whisper. Only Nabisco bakes Ritz.
Hi, my name is Alfred Sneasley, and when I go to Heroes Comic Shop on 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York, I'm always greeted with a big smile from Jared.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, how are you today?
And his selection of comics and graphic novels, it's just amazing. I mean, it's what I always dreamed I could be. and he always treats me like the hero I am inside.
I don't just read about the heroes, I become the hero! At Heroes Comic Shop, I become the hero Mom always wanted me to be!
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Now up and away!
Well, we must take a moment and tip our hat to a truly great voice of the comedic ages. Rusty Warren. She died this last week at the age of 91. She was such a demure lady, quiet, reserved, never ever spoke out about anything. She's very, tea and crumpets kind of lady. Always put her pinky up every time she had a sip of nothing but tea. The most demure woman you'd ever come across. And never once said anything raw or raunchy in front of anyone, including her husband. She was the sweetest lady you could ever have asked for. Here's one of her sweet little patriotic songs. Rusty, we thank you for the laugh you gave us and the way you told us how to behave in public. Without you, we wouldn't know where to go.
You know, girls, it's great to live in a democracy today, where freedom is everywhere. But girls, we often take this freedom for granted. Freedom of speech, freedom of thought, and freedom of action. But you know, gals, just because a bunch of men signed that Declaration of Independence in 1776 doesn't mean that freedom was for men alone. Oh no, you take Tom Jefferson, Ben Franklin, John Hancock. There's a hell of a guy for you right there. All these men had wives. They probably had a few broads on the side too. These women wanted freedom just as much as their men did. But gals, I wonder, do we? I think it's time that we women thought about it a bit. Hell, I think it's time we did something about it. So come on, fellow females of the 20th century. Be glad that you're an American. Proclaim your freedom. Stand at attention. Pledge allegiance. And bounce your boobies. Get into the swing. Bounce your boobies. The swing is everything. Makes no difference if they're big or small. As long as you give him your all. Bounce your boobies. Come on, honey, bounce them up and down. Bounce your boobies. Come on, bounce your boobies, honey. Come on, loosen the bra and find you. Take it off if you feel like it. Come on, bounce your boobies. There we go. Doesn't that feel good? Bounce your boobies. You know, girls, men aren't the only people in the world today who have something to give. But it sure looks like it sometimes. Just look around you. Men stick out all over the place. Big fat cigars. Big fat stomachs. And just where they should stick out, where is it? Yes, girls, we know what we've got and we know what they're worth. So come on, gals. Let's get into the swing of things. Give your boobies some freedom. All together now. Bounce your boobies. Let them rock and roll. Nut your knockers. Keep them hot and so. Just admit it, gals. It sure feels great to feel them swinging. Ooh, titillate. Bounce your boobies. Come on, bounce them up and down. Bounce your boobies. There, look at that gal. She's going there. Bounce your boobies. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Bounce, 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 bounce. Your boobies now. Bounce your boobies.
Next week, I'm going to have an MRI to find out whether or not I have claustrophobia. In school, they told me practice makes perfect, and they told me nobody's perfect, so then I stopped practicing. Here's some of my answers to some everyday questions. Excuse me, sir, do you know what time it is? No, I'm not from around here. Excuse me, do you know where the train station is? Probably near the tracks. Sometimes when I'm over someone's house and no one's in the kitchen, I like to write things on that to-do list they have on the refrigerator. Memorize distances to all other planets. Adopt baby, then sell on black market. You ever notice when a house burns down, the only thing left standing is the fireplace in the chimney? How's that for evidence? I bought a new camera. It's very advanced. You don't even need it. Why are the pictures square if the lens is round? I bought a new phone. The first thing I did was push redial. The phone started having a nervous breakdown. The phone was twitching like this. I don't have this information. I bought an iPod. It can either hold 5,000 songs or one telephone message from my mother. They say you're not supposed to put metal in a microwave oven. They're right. I'm missing a wall in my kitchen. Today I was talking to myself. I was very polite and cordial, but I could tell I was lying. Under my breath, I said, "You're full of shit." And I said, "What?" And I said, "Nothing." You know, if heat rises, heaven might be hotter than hell. I'm thinking on buying a plasma television in case I need a blood transfusion. That way I can mainline 150 channels right into my arm. That way they can do my autopsy via satellite. I have a CD burner, my fireplace. A friend of mine is a pilot. We were going to go somewhere in his car, and for absolutely no reason, he waited 45 minutes before he backed out of his driveway. I have another pair of pants just like these, except they're red with green stripes and they're shorts. Last night I was in a restaurant called Bulimia's. The line for the bathroom was incredible.
We went from Rusty Warren's Bounce Your Boobies to Stephen Wright's Camera. Now let's go for a bit of logic, a great chunk of science, and a great educational moment. Let's go with Dr. Science. Why light bulbs burn out when turned on.
It's time once again to Ask Dr. Science. So let's ask Dr. Science.
That's me.
Remember, he knows more than you do.
That's right.
Dwight D. Burdett of Ypsilanti, Michigan writes, Dear Dr. Science, why do light bulbs only burn out at the moment they're turned on?
Inside every light bulb, there's a battleground for the war between the forces of good and evil. The tungsten filament is constantly consumed by this warfare, and the light you read by is emitted by the burning homes of the forcibly displaced electrons. When you turn the light bulb on, the forces that are occupying the tungsten battlefield are often taken by surprise by electron attack forces, and the result is a total and quick victory for the attackers. So if you have an ounce of compassion within you, let the battle rage uninterrupted. Let nature take its course. Besides, if you never turn off your lights, you'll never have to replace the bulb.
Thank you, Dr. Science. Send your science questions to Ask Dr. Science. Remember, he's not a real doctor.
I have a master's degree
in science.
Did you hear what happened last Saturday night? While dancing and drinking, we all got half-tied. This sweet thing named Charmin was dancing with me when I jumped her boyfriend and he hollered at me. Please don't squeeze my Charmin, don't hold her so tight. You'd best heed my warning, it's my last one tonight. She's soft and she's gentle and sweet as can be. And if Charmin needs squeezing, then leave that to me. Along about midnight, I was feeling no pain, and me and Miss Charmin were dancing again. Then Hank and Big Harlan got into a fight, and I heard someone holler as out went the light. Please don't squeeze my Charmin, don't hold her so tight. You'd best heed my warning, it's my last one tonight. She's soft and she's gentle and sweet as can be. And if Charmin needs squeezing, then leave that to me. And if Charmin needs squeezing, then leave that to me.
There be Charlie Walkers with Don't Squeeze My Charmin. Now we're gonna, here be a fun one. It's San Miguel's Master Choral of 2004 with the Coconut Song. Something Molly was asking if we could give it a spin. I said, sure, me dear. And Molly's worth playing a song or two for. She is just the light in me heart. And this is the kind of song she truly finds amusing. La la la, ya ya la la, ya 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 ya, la la la, ya ya la la, ya 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 ya, la la la, ya ya la la, ya 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 ya, la la la, ya ya la la, ya 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 ya. Coconut, 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 coconut,
The coconut nut is a giant nut. If you eat too much, you get very fat. Now, the coconut nut is a big, big nut, but this delicious nut is not a nut. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family. There are so many uses of the coconut tree. You can build a bigger house for the family. All you need deed is to find the coconut man. If he cuts the tree, he gets the fruits free. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family. Coconut, coconut, the coconut bark for the kitchen floor. If you save some of it, you can build a door. Now the coconut trunk, do not throw this junk. If you save some of it, you'll have a second floor. The coconut wood is very good. It can stand 20 years if you pray it would. Now the coconut root, to tell you the truth, you can throw it or use it as firewood. The coconut leaves good shade it gives for the roof, for the walls, up against the eaves. Now the coconut fruit, say my relatives, make good cannonballs up against the thief. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family. The coconut nut is a giant nut. If you eat too much, you get very fat. Now the coconut nut is a big, big nut, but this delicious nut is not a nut. The coconut nut is a giant nut. If you eat too much, you get very fat. Now the coconut nut is a big, big nut, but this delicious nut is not a nut. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Welcome to the National Cheese Emporium.
Thank you, my good man.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I was sitting in the public library in Thurman Street just now, skimming through Rogue Herries by Hugh Walpole, and I suddenly came over all peckish.
Peckish, sir?
Esurient.
Eh?
Yeah, we're all hungry, like.
Ah, hungry.
In a nutshell. And I thought to myself, a little fermented curd will do the trick. So I curtailed my wall-polling activities, sallied forth and infiltrated your place of purveyance to negotiate the vending of some cheesy comestibles.
Come again?
I want to buy some cheese.
Oh, I thought you were complaining about the bouzouki player.
Oh, heaven forbid, I am one who delights in all manifestations of the terpsichore muse.
Sorry?
Ooh, like a nice tune, you're forced to.
So he can go on playing, can he?
Most certainly. Now then, some cheese, please, my good man.
Certainly, sir. What would you like?
Well, how about a little Red Leicester?
I'm afraid we're fresh out of Red Leicester, sir.
Oh, never mind. How are you on Tilsit?
I'm afraid we never have that at the end of the week, so get it fresh on Monday.
No matter. Well, stout yeoman, 4 ounces of Caerphilly, if you please.
It's been on order, sir, for 2 weeks. Was expecting it this morning.
On my lucky day, is it? Bel Paese?
Sorry, sir.
Red Windsor?
Normally, sir, yes. Today the van broke down.
Stilton?
Sorry.
Emmental? Gruyere?
No.
Any Norwegian Jarlsberger, perchance?
No.
Liptar?
No.
Lancashire?
No.
White Stilton?
No.
Danish Brew?
No.
Double Gloucester?
No.
Cheshire?
No.
Dorset Blue Vinny?
No.
Brie, Roquefort, Pont l'Evêque, Port Salut, Savoyard, Saint-Paulin, Carré de l'Est, Brest Bleu, Boursin?
No.
Camembert, perhaps?
We have Camembert, yes, sir.
You do? Excellent.
Yes, sir. It's a bit runny.
Oh, I like it runny.
Well, it's very runny, actually.
No matter. Fetch hither le fromage de la Belle France.
I think it's a bit runnier than you'll like it, sir.
I don't care how fucking runny it is. Hand it over with all speed.
Oh!
What now?
The cat's eaten it. Has it? She, sir.
Gouda?
No.
Edam?
No.
Caithness?
No.
Smoked Austrian?
No.
Japanese sage derby?
No, sir.
You do have some cheese, do you?
Of course, sir. It's a cheese shop, sir. You got...
No, don't tell me. I'm keen to guess.
Fair enough.
Wednesday dough?
Yes?
Ah, well, I'll have some of that.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were talking to me, sir. Mr. Wensleydale, that's my name.
Greek feta?
Not as such.
Gorgonzola? No. Parmesan? No. Mozzarella? Pepper creamer? Danish bimbo? No. Czech sheep's milk? No. Venezuelan beaver cheese?
Not today, sir, no.
How about cheddar?
Well, we don't have much corporate round here, sir.
Not much. It's the single most popular cheese in the world.
Not round here, sir.
And what is the most popular cheese round here?
Ilchester, sir.
Is it?
Oh, yes, sir. It's staggeringly popular in this manor square.
Is it?
It's our #1 bestseller, sir.
I see. Ilchester, eh?
Right, sir.
All right. Okay. Have you got any? He asked, expecting the answer no.
I'll have a look, sir.
It's not much of a cheese shop, is it?
Finest in the district, sir.
Explain the logic underlying that conclusion, please.
Well, it's so clean, sir.
It's certainly uncontaminated by cheese.
You haven't asked me about Limburger, sir.
Is it worth it? Have you shut that bloody bazooki up?
Told you, sir.
Have you got any Limburger?
No.
That figures. Predictable, really, I suppose. It was an act of purest optimism to oppose the question in the first place. Tell me.
Yes, sir?
Have you, in fact, got any cheese here at all?
Yes, sir.
Really?
No, not really, sir.
You haven't?
No, sir, not a scrap. I was deliberately wasting your time, sir.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to shoot you.
Righto, sir.
What a senseless waste of human life.
There be Monty Python with Cheese Shop. That's making me a bit peckish myself. While we go to commercial and we get ready for the second hour, I think I shall just pop over to the icebox. I don't see Babushka around, so it might be safe, and see if we have any cheese. Provided the octopus didn't eat it. Yeah, that bloody thing, it's in a place. I wouldn't think octopuses would like cheese, but they really do. It's kind of annoying.
You know what? I finally got used to this little cup of parquet saying...
Butter.
I say parquet, it says...
Butter.
Then the wife buys parquet margarine in a big 1-pound bowl. Says, the bowls are pretty colors. Says she's gonna keep stuff in them. Fine, but while I'm used to butter, I am not used to this big parquet saying...
Butter! Parquet margarine from Kraft in pretty 1-pound bowls.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye. Let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. You're listening to 1410 WELM Elmira and 106.5 FM The Pirate.
Welcome back to me second hour, me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of...
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323 Heave-Ho.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Abash, you old bat. Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny! Johnny!
We're all doomed. Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it's be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. As you being on, we're being back, and we're having to get ourselves ready for the final 40. The best way to do that is by picking up the iPhone and dialing 1, 3, 2, 3, heave-ho. That's an H, an E, an A-V-E, and an H-O. Or, for those with the problems with the spelling, we, where you read it backwards, what do you know what I mean? It's not rheumatism. It's one of them there fancy words. Dyslexia or lexdyslexia, as some people might be saying. It's 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 8, 3, 4, 6. Make those phone calls, get them in, get our requests in, and then we'll all better understand what be a-coming our way. But in the meantime, we have something very special for you. A way of saying hello and goodbye. It's George Carlin. Now, with hello, goodbye, and give my love. Right here on the Captain's Quarters.
Hey, hello, hi there. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hello, how do you do? Howdy, howdy. Hi, how are you? Thank you, thank you. That's okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, howdy, hello, how are you? How do you do? How are you doing? How's it going? What's going on? What's new? What do you think? What do you hear? What do you say? What do you feel? What's shaking? What's happening? Que pasa? What's going down? What it is. Well, we got all kinds of ways to say hello. We got lots of ways to say hello. You know what my favorite one is? How's your hammer hanging? That's a good one, isn't it? Doesn't work too well with women. Unless you're talking to a female carpenter, then it's perfectly all right. I've always wanted to say that one to a high church official. Good evening, Your Holiness. How hangs the hammer? So far, I haven't had that opportunity. Then there's one way to say hello that I really don't care for. There's one way I don't like. You know how some people will say to you, are they keeping you busy? As if someone has the right to come up and give me odd jobs. They say to me, are they keeping you busy? I say, well, your wife is keeping me pretty busy, I'll tell you that. And that seems to hold them for about a half an hour. Then we have a lot of ways to say goodbye, too. We've figured out all kinds of ways to say goodbye. We say bye-bye, so long, see you later, take it easy, be cool, hang loose, stay in there. You know what my favorite one is? Don't get run over. Well, some people need practical advice, you know? And some guys will say to you, hey, have a good one. I say, hey, I already have a good one. Now I'm looking for a longer one. And that seems to hold them for about a half an hour. Then you have all the foreign ways to say goodbye. You know, some people, when they leave you, they think they got to get tricky. And they'll whip an arrivederci on you. Or an au revoir, or auf Wiedersehen, or adios. Or the American version of that one, adios, motherfucker. Or aloha. That's a nice one, isn't it? Aloha. They say that in Hawaii, of course, and that means hello and goodbye. Which just goes to show if you spend enough time in the sun, you don't know whether you're coming or going. Then if you notice this, sometimes you'll get in a rut with the way you say goodbye. Do you ever find yourself using the same phrase over and over again with everybody and you feel a little stupid? Like if you're leaving a party and you have to say goodbye to 5 or 6 people in a row and you say, okay, hey, take it easy, 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 okay, hey. You feel like a damn moron, you know? So you know what I do? Every month I change the way I say goodbye. Whether I need to or not, every month I start using a different phrase. People like that. They notice that little extra effort. They'll say to me, pardon me, but didn't you used to say, okay, hey, take it easy? I say, yes, I did, but not anymore. Now I say, farewell. Farewell till we meet again. Peace be with you. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. That's a strong one, isn't it? People will remember you if you talk like that. Or sometimes you can combine several ways to say goodbye that don't seem to go together. Like, toodaloo, go with God and don't take any wooden nickels. Then people don't know what the you're talking about. Or you can say goodbye in a realistic manner. So long, Steve. Don't let self-doubt interfere with your plans to improve your life. Well, some people need practical advice.
Now, here's a situation you run into all the time. You notice how when you're leaving someone, a lot of times they'll give you a message to give to someone else. Like they say, give my love to Klaus. Tell Klaus Rebecca sends her love. Do you mind that? Do you mind being used that way? Do you mind the awesome responsibility of having to carry Rebecca's love to Klaus? Suppose you don't see Klaus. What are you going to do with Rebecca's love? Carry it around? Give it to someone else, maybe. Wilhelm, I can't find Klaus. Here's some of Rebecca's love. Suppose Wilhelm doesn't know Rebecca. Can he legally accept her love? Especially when it was originally intended for Klaus. Suppose you give Wilhelm Rebecca's love for Klaus and then you see Klaus, what are you going to give him? All you had was Rebecca's love and you've already gone and given that to Wilhelm. Can you logically ask Wilhelm to give back Rebecca's love to Klaus? Maybe he's gotten used to it by now. Can Klaus sue Wilhelm? Can Wilhelm be arrested? Can you be arrested for transporting love across a state line? All right, just for the sake of argument, let's leave Wilhelm out of this altogether. Suppose Rebecca gives you her love to give to Klaus, and you do see Klaus. What form should the love take? Can you risk giving Klaus a tongue kiss? Which brings up another problem. Maybe Klaus is gay. Klaus doesn't want Rebecca's love. Klaus wants Wilhelm's love. If Klaus tells you to give his love to Wilhelm, say, boo, Klaus. You give your own love to Wilhelm. I'm going to find Rebecca. One final little portion of this. Sometimes people want you to take a hug and a kiss to someone for them. Now they've got you carrying cargo. Give him a big hug and a kiss for me. Give him a big hug and a kiss for me. Usually it's women. I find that women are a little more expressive at times like these. And sometimes they're really explicit. Bye-bye, Elena. Drive carefully and give Jake a big job for me. Well, why don't you get Klaus to take care of that for you?
In the middle of the earth, in the land of Shire, lives a brave little hobbit whom we all admire. With his long wooden pipe, fuzzy woolly toes, he lives in a hobbit hole and everybody knows him. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, he's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Hobbits are peace-loving folks, you know. They're never in a hurry and they take things slow. They don't like to travel away from home. They just like to eat and be left alone. But one day Bilbo was asked to go on a big adventure to the caves below to help some dwarves get back their gold that was stolen by a dragon in the days of old. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, is only 3 feet tall. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Well, he fought with the goblins. He battled a troll. He riddled with Gollum. A magic ring he stole. He was chased by wolves, lost in the forest, escaped in a barrel from the Elf King's halls. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Now he's back in his home in the land of Shire, that brave little hobbit whom we all admire, just sitting on a treasure of silver and gold, a-puffing on his pipe in his hobbit hole. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, he's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins.
piece of Leonard Nimoy here with the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. Let's keep it rolling, or rocking, or rolling and rocking because the seas be somewhat turbulent. With Chris Mann's My Corona, right here on the Captain's Quarters.
I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm out of toilet paper. It's my Corona. I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm out of toilet paper. It's my Corona.
Got to make a grocery run. Well, that sounds fun. Why am I out here risking my life? Corona, where's a nice parking space? I touch my face. Wait, I think I finally caught my Corona. Stop it, don't be manic. Go inside. No organic? Oh no, all GMO. GRC. Now I panic. I'll die. My Corona.
Out of toilet paper. It's my Corona.
Don't come any closer, huh? I'll mess you up. I'm just coming in for some wipes. Corona. Kroger's full of empty shelves. Ah, what the hell? Yes, I'm stocking up on boxed white Corona. Nothing's making sense. No more friends. No more basketball kids. Are home from school. It's raining too. And I'm losing my Corona. My Corona.
I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm out of toilet paper. It's my Corona. I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm out of toilet paper. It's my Corona.
When you gonna get to me? Get to me? Is it just a matter of time? Corona. Will I kill my family in quarantine? Yep. Or is it just a game in my mind? Corona. Then there's Donald Trump. What the fuck? Why you shaking hands and keep telling us nothing's up? That we're gonna be fine. What? My Corona. My Corona.
Out of toilet paper.
So sick of my Corona. Hey, my Corona. My Corona.
Hey, girl.
Hey, boy.
You want to play with my toys?
Sure, boy.
I'm a geeky girl in a nerdy world. Games and plastic. It's so tragic. I want to play with toys, but they're all for boys. Imagination, but no representation. Come on, Hasbro, don't be shallow. I'm a geeky girl in a nerdy world. Games and plastic. It's so tragic. I want to play with toys, but they're all for boys. Imagination, but no representation. I'm a strong character in a fantasy world. Kicking butt, fighting crime, flying spaceships.
They won't tell, I can tell. Give me muscles and pain. We need more manly men. We don't need kids.
There's Gamora. Where is Rey? With no Black Widow, there's no Avengers. Ooh, I'm a geeky girl in a nerdy world. Games and plastic. It's so tragic. I wanna play with toys, but they're all for boys. Imagination, no representation. Come on, Hasbro, don't be shallow. Yeah. Come on, Hasbro, don't be shallow. Come on, Hasbro, don't be shallow. Yeah. Come on, Hasbro, don't be shallow.
Let there be the library bards with Geeky Girl. Now, we'll be cutting to commercial and we'll be returning. We'll be doing the final 40. I hope you'll be ready for it. So get your calls in. You got moments, so... not a moment to lose. That there be it. Not a moment to lose. Dial 323-EVO. That's 323-432-8346.
Situation urgent. Dirt to the left. Dirt to the right. Dirt above. Dirt below. Luckily, you have a secret weapon. New Mr. Clean, he's mean. He hates dirt. New Mr. Clean gets rid of grease. New Mr. Clean polishes off stains. New Mr. Clean rubs out grime. No other kind of cleaner cleans like New Mr. Clean. No liquid, powder, detergent, cleanser, or soap. Nothing. Mission completed. Thanks to your secret weapon, New Mr. Clean. He's mean. He hates dirt.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name. Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Well, here it be. Time for the final 40. I think we should be jumping right toward the phone lines. Aye, because the rats are on the other side of the room, and they're getting mighty feisty.
Yo, homeboy, I'd like to hear Do the Bartman. Don't have a cow, just play it.
Nothing else left to do. I turn on the music so I can feel the groove. Whoa, I'm feeling on the groove now, baby. Bring it back. Whoa. To the Bartman. Whoa, Lisa. Ha! If you got the groove, you gotta use it. Right rhythm in time with the music. Check it out, man. If you can do the Bart, you're bad like Michael Jackson. Everybody, if you can do the Bartman. Oh, yeah. Shake your body, turn it on if you can, man. Shake your body. To the side, yes, you can. Everybody in the house. Yeah, do the Bartman. Everybody, if you can do the Bartman. Shake your body, turn it on. Check it out. Whoa, mama. I'm bad. I'm bad. Do the Bartman. Everybody back and forth from side to side. Do the Bartman. Do the Bartman. Pick your feet up off the floor, let them glide. Do the Bartman. Do the Bartman. She can do it, so can I. Do the Bartman. Do the Bartman. Now here's a dance beat that you can't deny.
Turn it down! Will you stop that infernal racket? Do the Bartman!
Oh, my ears! Lisa, put that saxophone away! You can't touch it! I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything. Now I'm in the house, feeling good to be home, till Lisa starts blowing that damn saxophone. And if it was mine, you know they'd take it away. But still I'm feeling good, so that's okay. I'm up in my room just singing a song. Listen to the kick drum kicking along. Yeah, Lisa likes jazz, she's her #1 fan. But I know I'm bad, cause I do the Bartman. Everybody, if you can. Hey everybody, did I remind you? I am Bartman. Check it out. Do the Bartman. Everybody back and forth from side to side. Do the Bartman. Do the Bartman. She can do it, so can I. Move your body if you got the notion. Front to back in a right-like motion. Move your hips from side to side now. Don't you slip, let your feet grind now. If you got the groove, you gotta use it. Rhythm in time with the music. You just might start a chain reaction. I'm a Bartman. If you can do the Bartman, bring it, baby. Oh yeah, I'm bad. I'm real bad. Whoa, I'm bad. Do the Bartman. Oh yeah, you call that dancing? Ha! Watch this rhythm. Eat your heart out, Michael. Oh, wow, man.
Have a lot of you heard the new song by Nena, 99 Red Balloons? I heard the German version of that song first, and I really liked it. But then I heard the English version, and I was really surprised to find that what she's singing in English and what she's singing in German are not even close. I ended up buying the record, and I listened very closely to the German version, and I've come up with a new English translation that I think is really much more accurate, much closer. I have to admit there are a couple of lines in this new English version that I'm not real sure about, but I think it's a much more accurate version. Now this is the new version, 99 Red Balloons. Hello, Bobby, my old friend. It's good to see you once again. How's your mother? How's your aunt? How's your father's skin diving suit? One of the lines I'm not real sure about. It goes something like this. I've got something you should see. Back at my place, come with me. I've got some brand new furnishings, plus 99 dead baboons. 99 dead baboons sitting in my living room. Not too functional it seems, but quite a conversation piece. This one's Jake, that one's Dinah. There's Big Ned in my recliner. No, it's not a lazy boy. Can't you see it's a dead baboon? Dead baboons, everybody. Dead baboons. Dead baboons. Dead baboons. How they got here, I'm not sure. Woke up one day, there they were. Luckily, I've got a lease allowing pets if they're deceased. I'm just thankful they're not apes, 'cause apes would clash with the drapes. No more napkins at my parties. Wipe your hands on a dead baboon. Dead baboons, everybody. Dead baboons. Dead baboons. Dead baboons. Dead baboons are lots of fun. Playing water balloons, I've always won. You can keep your dead giraffes and swine. I'll take dead baboons every time. There's just one problem I have found. It's finding Purina dead baboon chow. But what a happy snorkeling device. The other line I'm not real sure about, but something like that. With 99 dead baboons. Everybody, dead baboons. Everybody, dead baboons. Dead baboons. Dead baboons.
Hi there be Tim Cavanaugh, 99 dead baboons. Let's be seeing. We got a list of requests here. Many of them coming from the Messenger, the Book of Faith, and the Mail of E. Not as many phone calls as we were expecting. I like the phone calls. It means I don't have to talk as much. But I guess y'all be liking the way I be a-talking. So if you liking the way of talking, I'll be giving you more talking than me a-liking. Or liking me a-talking. Yeah, let's get right back to what the requests are. Oh, let's see. Here's a good one. The birdhouse in your soul. It might be Giants right here on the Captain's Quarters.
By the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. I have a secret to tell from my electrical well. It's a simple message and I'm leaving out the whistles and bells. So the room must listen to me, filibuster vigilantly. My name is Blue Canary, one note spelled L-I-T-E. My story's infinite, like the Longines Symphony. It doesn't rest. Blue Canary in the outlet by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. But I'm a little glowing friend. But really I'm not actually your friend, but I am. There's a picture opposite me of my primitive ancestry, which stood on rocky shores and kept the beaches shipwreck free. Though I respect that a lot, I'd be fired if that were my job. After killing Jason off and countless screaming Argonauts, new bird of friendliness, like guardian angels, it's always near. Blue Canary in the outlet by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul.
Was a feller named Willard McBain. and he only had just one thought on his brain. Every evening about midnight he'd slip off alone and call the same lady on a paid telephone. It's me again, Margaret. Hello, is this Margaret? You don't know me, Margaret, but I know you. Well, this upset the lady and it gave her the blues. So she called up the police, said, what shall I do? Well, the chief of detectives came around to her home and eavesdropped upon them on her upstairs phone. It's me again, Margaret. Hello, is this Margaret? Margaret, I know it's you, Margaret. Are you naked? Well, they called up Ma Bell and they traced him on down to a funky old phone booth on the outskirts of town. It was there that the vice squad with their field glasses read the lips of that amorous man as he said, it's me again, Margaret. Hello, is it Margaret? I know it's you, Margaret. I bet you can't guess what I'm doing. Well, they cuffed him and dragged him to the station downtown, and they allowed him one phone call before the jailer came around. He wet his chapped lips and he cleared his young throat. Then he dialed the telephone and softly he spoke. It's me again, Margaret. They got me, Margaret. You ain't gonna miss me, Margaret. I know that. But I'll miss you. And when I get out, Margaret, I'm gonna come over there with a weed eater and a live chicken and some peach preserves. We'll have a big old down, Margaret.
Ray Stevens right there with It's Me Again, Margaret. You gotta love a person who's truly dedicated to their cause. Except cause when they're that dedicated that they should be institutionalized in their dedication. Oh, here's another good request. Lily Tomlins, Ernestine calls Mr. Meany. One ringy dingy.
One ringy dingy. Oh, gracious, good afternoon. Is this the party to whom I am speaking? Mr. George Meany? Good. Mr. Meany, this is Miss Tomlin from the telephone company. We have several complaints from the White House about nasty phone calls. No, not to the president, about the president. Well, it must have been you. Anybody who'd say those things about Mr. Nixon has to be a meanie. Communications Workers of America humor there. What's that? You say you're just mad because nobody explained Phase 2 to you? Well, don't blame the president. Nobody explained it to him either. Well, look, Mr. Meany, I can explain it. It's really very simple. You see, the Republicans figure if they don't bring up the economy now, the Democrats will bring it up during the campaign. Mr. Meany, control yourself. There you go again. If you don't watch that mouth of yours and what you're saying, the AFL and the CIO will be hearing from the FBI and the CIA. Hello?
We be cutting to commercial right about now. When we return, it'll be the second half of the Final 40. And we shall see where we shall be when we get done seeing what ye been doing to the helm. And if it not be good things, I'll let Babushka deal with ye.
You know, there are lots of activities going on about this season of the year. The one you'll find uppermost in the minds of most high school students, especially toward the end of any week, is football. And the night before the big game, there's generally a rally. Now, you don't want to be late, but before you go, remember, you're planning to bring the gang in afterwards. Now you've got the idea. Put plenty of Coke in that refrigerator. Ice-cold Coca-Cola will be a mighty welcome sight when you return. You know, it's a good idea to keep plenty of Coke on ice all the time. Coca-Cola has a distinctive flavor, all its own, a flavor that has never been equaled. Coca-Cola is popular with everyone, which makes it ideal when you're expecting guests. Now, that's true whether it's a casual gathering like this one or a planned party. The bright, bracing flavor of Coke is always welcome. It's a flavor that has made Coca-Cola the most asked-for soft drink in the world. Have a Coke.
Hi, my name is Alfred Sneasley, and when I go to Heroes Comic Shop on 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York, I'm always greeted with a big smile from Jared.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, how are you today?
And his selection of comics and graphic novels, it's just amazing. I mean, it's what I always dreamed I could be. And he always treats me like the hero I am inside.
I don't just read about the heroes, I become the hero! At Heroes Comic Shop, I become the hero Mom always wanted me to be!
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Now up and away!
Ha 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 ha! It ain't be long now, and it'd be faster than you think before the witching hour be upon us. Almost as fast as a Tasmanian devil eating a hot dog. I almost said a Tasmanian hot dog eating a devil. That might be quite inspiring to watch or see, or possibly disgusting. Like watching a teenage boy at an all-you-can-eat buffet when he's really hungry. Aye, especially he got no table manners. Oh, back to the phone lines!
Hello, you screwy captain. I'd like to hear Kill the Wabbit. Kill the Wabbit?
95.5 PLJ.
In an abandoned warehouse with no lights, just shadows, and soon no rabbits. The purpose of the event is to pass the torch from one generation heavy metal to the next. And there live, in his black leather hunting outfit, with a shotgun guitar with spikes coming out of it, Ozzy Fudd, the Rabbit Slayer. In the dead of night, a shimmering white gleam of a blade, and the devil is paid. When the axe comes down, a chilling sound, spew against the head, another wabbit's dead. I'm a wabbit slayer, a guitar player, with a nasty habit. Kill the wabbit! I'm a mean mistreater, a wabbit feaster. Tonight we deck a bloody Easter, a scurrying shadow, and the shadow moves to stab it, and the night air echoes. Kill the wabbit! 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 Whoa! so on. No more Roger Rabbit, no more Peter Rabbit, no more Playboy Bunny Rabbits. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Be very, very careful. Easy Rabbit. Well, I made it to the 6th grade. I had a teacher in the 6th grade who hated my guts. I didn't care for her guts. She was my reading and spelling teacher, and the only thing I ever made straight A's in my life was reading and spelling, and I was bored. And when a hyperactive person gets bored, things pop into his brain he has no control over. Things like, get up and run around the room. And that'll get you a spanking. And this teacher, she had this thing worked out with my dad. It's called 2 for the price of 1. You get a spanking in school, you get a spanking at home. So I do my best to sit back there and not get spankings. And the reason she hated me was the way I pronounced her name. She had a wonderful name. I didn't give her this name, but I had a lot of fun with it. Her name was Miss Barth. B-A-R-T-H. And I'd come into class every day, I'd say, why, hello, Miss. Barth! She didn't appreciate it. And Miss Barth was a big lady. She had 1,000 separate zip codes. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And she had one of these hairdos like I have never seen before or since. It was huge hairdo. Looked like 10 cow patties with a hairnet over it. I mean, you could house missionaries on furlough up in that thing. And I'd sit in the back of her class, and what I would do, I would take out my pen, and I'd do my best to keep my hyperactive brain occupied. I would make up big words that only I knew what they meant. It didn't take much to entertain me. I'd make up words. Well, then I'd write letters with these words. I used these words in conversation, and Miss Barth found a letter I'd written one day with these words that I made up. And she came waddling over to me with that letter. You could hear her coming. Her thighs were apologizing to each other. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. She stuck that letter in my face, and whenever she'd get upset, she'd shake that head, and that old dude would just flop. I was dodging hairpins. She said, Mark, what is this? I said, can't you read? She said, Mark, why don't you write something that makes sense? That doesn't make any sense. I said, okay, Miss Barth, I will. So the very next day, I took her a letter. She told me to write it. It said this, Dear Miss Barth, your feeble attempt to participate in any intelligent conversation only goes to exaggerate your already pathetic lack of mental ability. Sincerely, Mark Lowry. I got a 3-day vacation. Mama came to pick me up at school because I'd been kicked out of school, and the worst part of that was when Daddy came home. Oh, Daddy came home. He set me down. And he'd always explain to me before I got a spanking why I was getting spanked, because usually I'd forgotten. He set me down. He said, Mark, if you ever write anything like that again, don't sign it. My dad's a lawyer.
There be Mark Lowry's Mrs. Barth. I was never a child like that. Oh, I would never have done that to a teacher. Never, never, never. Oh, let's change the subject now. Let's go straight to Weird Al Yankovic's Oh, What It Be. Oh, the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. You like those dramatic pauses? Well, that's the amount of space between, well, the attractions.
Well, I had 2 weeks of vacation time coming after working all year down at Big Roy's Heating and Plumbing. So one night when my family and I were gathered round the dinner table, I said, kids, if you could go anywhere in this great big world now, where'd you like to go to? They said, Dad, we want to see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. They picked the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So the very next day we loaded up the car with potato skins and pickled wieners, crossword puzzles, Spider-Man comics, and Mama's homemade rhubarb pie. Pulled out of the driveway and the neighbors, they all waved goodbye. And so began our 3-day journey. We picked up a guy holding a sign that said twine ball or bust. He smelled real bad and he said his name was Bernie. I put in a Slim Whitman tape, my wife put on a brand new hairnet. Kids were in the backseat jumping up and down, yelling, are we there yet? And all of us were joined together in one common thought as we rolled down the long and winding interstate on our 53 DeSoto. We're gonna see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. We're heading for the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. Well, we couldn't wait to get there, so we drove straight through for 3 whole days and nights. Of course, we stopped for more pickled wieners now and then. The scenery was just so pretty. Boy, I wish the kids could have seen it, but you can't see out of the side of the car because the windows are completely covered with the decals from all the places where we've already been. Like Elvis-O-Rama, the Tupperware Museum, the Boll Weevil Monument in Cranberry World, the Shuffleboard Hall of Fame, Poodle Dog Rock, and the Mecca of albino squirrels. We've been to ghost town, theme parks, wax museums, and a place where you can drive through the middle of a tree, seen alligator farms and tarantula ranches, but there's still one thing we gotta see. Well, we crossed the state line about 6:39, and we saw the sign that said twine ball exit 50 miles. Oh, the kids were so happy they started singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall for the 27th time that day. So we pulled off the road at the Last Chance gas station, got a few more pickled wieners and a Diet Chocolate soda. On our way to see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. We're gonna see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. Finally, 7:37 early Wednesday evening as the sun was setting in the Minnesota sky. Out in the distance on the horizon it appeared to me like a vision before my unbelieving eyes. We parked the car and walked with awe-filled reverence toward that glorious, huge, majestic sphere. I was just so overwhelmed by its sheer immensity, I had to pop myself a beer. Yes, on these hallowed grounds, open 10 to 8 on weekdays, in a little shrine under a makeshift pagoda, there sits the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. I tell you, it's the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. Decide to do that kind of thing. Oh, ended up 21,140 pounds of string. What was he trying to prove? Who was he trying to impress? Why did he build it? How did he do it? It's anybody's guess. Where did he get the twine? What was going through his mind? walked up beside it and I warned the kids, now you better not touch it, those ropes are there for a reason. I said, maybe if you're good, I'll tie it to the back of our car and we can take it home, but I was only teasing. Then we went to the gift shop and stood in line, bought a souvenir miniature, bought a twine, some window decals, and anything else they'd sell us. And I bought a couple postcards, greetings from the twine ball, wish you were here, won't the folks back home be jealous? I gave her camera to Bernie and we stood by the ball and we all gathered round and said cheese. Then Bernie ran away with my brand new Instamatic, but at least we got our memories. So we all just stared at the ball for a while and my eyes got moist, but I said with a smile, kids, this here's what America's all about. Then I started feeling kinda gooey inside and I fell on my knees and I cried, and that's when those security guards threw us out. You know, I bet if we unraveled that sucker, it'd roll all the way down to Fargo, North Dakota. 'Cause it's the biggest pot of twine in Minnesota. I'm talking about the biggest pot of twine in Minnesota. Well, we stayed that night at the Twine Ball Inn. In the morning we were on our way home again, but we didn't really want to leave, that was perfectly clear. I said, folks, I can tell you're all sad to go. Then I winked my eye and I said, you know, I got a funny kind of feeling we'll be coming back again next year. 'Cause I've been all around this great big world and I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather go to than the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. I said the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. Minnesota, Minnesota,
You know I love that organic cooking, I always ask for more. And they call me Mr. Natural, on down to the health food store. I only eat good sea salt, white sugar don't touch my lips. And my friends is always begging me to take them on macrobiotic trips. Yes, they are. Oh, but night I take out my strong box that I keep under lock and key. And I take it off to my closet where nobody else can see. I open that door so slowly, take a peek up north and south. Then I pull out a Hostess Twinkie and I pop it in my mouth. Yeah, in the daytime I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. But at night I'm a junk food junkie, good Lord have pity on me. Well, at lunchtime you can always find me at the Whole Earth Vitamin Bar, just sucking on my plain white yogurt from my hand-thrown pottery jar. And sipping a little hand-pressed cider with a carrot stick for dessert. And wiping my face in a natural way on the sleeve of my peasant shirt. Oh yeah. Ah, but when that clock strikes midnight and I'm all by myself, I work at Combination on my secret hideaway shelf. And I pull out some Fritos corn chips, Dr. Pepper, and an old moon pie. Then I sit back in glorious expectation of a genuine junk food high. Then the next time I'm Mr. Natural. Oh yeah, in the daytime I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. Oh, but at night I'm a junk food junkie, good Lord have pity on me. Alright. My friends down at the commune, they think I'm pretty neat. Oh, I don't know nothing about arts and crafts, but I give them all something to eat. I'm a friend to old Yule Gibbons, and I only eat homegrown spice. I got a John Keats autographed Grecian urn filled up with my brown rice. Yes, I do. Oh, folks, but lately I have been spotted with a Big Mac on my breath, stumbling into a Colonel Sanders with a face as white as death. I'm afraid someday they'll find me just stretched out on my bed with a handful of Pringles potato chips and a ding-dong by my head. In the daytime, I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. But at night, I'm a junk food junkie. Good Lord, have pity on me.
There be requested on the mail of me. Very grossy with junk food junkie. Don't be forgetting to call 323-HEAVO. That's 1-323-432-8346. Or be going to the Book of Face. That's right, the Book of Face, the Captain's Quarters, 106.5. Join us there, or the group or the page, and the group is better. And have a little bit of fun with us, as we have fun with the rest of the world. The witching hour be upon us now.
Oh, Bobby, it was such a shame hearing about Rusty Warren. The woman was absolute gem. I tell you, a real lady. The woman could dine with the kings and the queens. She teach me lots about etiquette. She was absolutely graceful, beyond belief.
Aye, she were one of a kind.
Anyway, I got a real nice song for you. Here goes. I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I turn the switch and check the number. I leave it on when in bed I slumber. I hear the rhythms of the music. I buy the product but never use it. I hear the talking of the DJ. Can't understand just what he say. I'm on the Mexican radio. I'm on the Mexican radio. I dial it in and tune the station. They talks about the U.S. inflation. I understand just a little. No comprende, it's a riddle. I'm on the Mexican radio. I'm on the Mexican radio. I wish I was in Tijuana eating barbecued iguana. It's really good. I take requests on the telephone. I'm on a wavelength far from home. I feel the hot wind on my shoulder. I dial it in from south of the border. I hear the talking of the DJ. Can't understand just what does he say. I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on the Mexican radio.
Well, I do believe we've been tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.